my dear friends, it's again very great feeling to connect with you again, and today I will be trying to explain to you one more concept which is a very important concept to make you people understand what kind of personalities is most suitable for a defense kind of setup. I'm sure just listening to this you would all be very curious to know about it. And because this is one of the most critical elements in the whole SSB, and there are so many versions roaming around and so many myths and so many concepts or so many people talking about so many ways, ये करने से हो जाता है, वो करने से हो जाता है, and actually nobody knows. So I have tried to simplify that part and try to explain to you with a concept which I have called it as the box concept. So what is this box concept? So imagine yourself as a personality inside a box. And obviously a box in a form of a square, and you are in the center of it. So there are four corners to a box. So how I have tried to make you people understand as to what is the requirements is by telling you two of the corners, the lower two corners are the corners in a personality which you should not go to. And the top two corners are the ones which will help you to become that individual whom we want as a personality. So what are these four corners all about? So the first corner which you should not try to be is the disruptor corner. So don't move from the center of the box towards the direction of the lower corner, where you are known as a disruptor. So what do you mean by a person who is disruptor? So there are two kinds of people who are called as disruptors. The one person who is called a disruptor he's an intellectual disruptor. And what do you mean by an intellectual disruptor? A person who is not agreeing to your ideas. A person who does not agree with your views. Or he does not agree with anything that you do. He is always on the negative side. No, this will not work in the outdoor task. No, this idea is wrong. No, that viewpoint is wrong. Let me counter you, this is not the correct way. See, he's always saying why the other person is wrong. In the interview, he always thinks as to how he has done the right thing when others were wrong. In life, wherever his friends, relatives, colleagues, superiors, all those people are there, how he has tried to be the better one of them and how his view is better than the other person's view. His way of doing things is better than the other person's. So he's always in the mood of wrong versus right. In the psych test, he will always put the hero in some pedestal and all the other people in a wrong position. So he views the world, everything bad, and he is the right person. And he's not agreeing with anybody's at all. So that would be a person who is considered an intellectual disruptor. And the second kind of disruptor is obviously the most common thing, verbal disruptors. Those who don't allow anybody else to express themselves, they don't allow anybody to act. See, they are I, me, myself. I have come here to get recommended. I want to showcase myself at the cost of others. And they are not even concerned about that other people are also there. The empathy that they should show is not there. It is only about they themselves. That's it. So they don't allow. Very beautifully seen in the PPNDT. It is very beautifully seen in the group discussion. It is very beautifully seen in the psych test. In fact, so many times people show a verbal disruptor in the interview also, where they don't even allow the interviewing officer to ask a counter question. They are trying to explain, actually sir, what I mean by saying is that. Actually sir, what I meant was this. See, they are verbose in nature. So please don't try to be in this corner. They are a short way of not getting recommended. You will have to change and transform your personality where you do active listening. So this is a very key terminology. Any good leader will be able to listen to others. If you have that art, you are a winner in life. Okay? So this is one of the most dangerous quadrants in the whole box. The second most important corner, the second corner which I was talking about, are non-assertive people. They are the people who allow the other persons to be disruptive. They allow themselves to be taken for granted. See, they are good people. They are the nice people. They are the innocent people. They are the soft people. We don't want good people in the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. We want effective people in the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. And there is a difference in that. And that difference is the one which you will have to understand and work towards that. We don't want government who allow other people to take charge of them or take them for granted. Like for example, the best example for an effective person in leadership could be Sardar Patel, General Manakshaw, right? And all our youngsters in the Army, Navy, and the Air Force, they are highly effective people who are go-getters. See, they have the josh in them to perform and not at others' cost. Which are the other two quadrants we have to be? For a person to be not non-assertive, a person has to be assertive. For a person who should not be disruptive, what is he got to be? He has to be a constructive person. So the top two corners in the quadrant are an assertive person and a constructive person. These are the two attributes in a person which is very, very critical to be showcased and transformed, and in your life you should emulate so that you are the right material for getting recommended. So what do you mean by an assertive person and a constructive person? So I have not done too much of research on it. Directly if you Google it and type the keywords, what Google gives you the definition, I'll read out. I have with me that. So let me read out that. Pay attention guys. Who is an assertive person? An assertive person is an individual and they are able to get their point across without upsetting others or being upset themselves. Being assertive means being able to stand up for their own or for others, other people's rights in a calm and positive way without being either aggressive or passively accepting wrong. So here you see that he is able to put his point across, not at the cost of others or not getting upset himself. It's a patience game. You are actively listening to the other person and then putting your point across, or what do you have to say. You are giving space to the other person. So this is what is an assertive person who we want to be. Let us understand who is a constructive person. If you are a constructive member in a group, you are a positive force, interested in building up and improving your group. A constructive discussion, comment or approach is useful and helping rather than negative. Helping to improve, promoting further development or advancement in a group. That means you are group oriented. You are focused on how the group functions. What is your position in the group? What is the other position? You are giving space to the other. You are acting as a force multiplier for achieving the bigger aim. It is not about showcasing yourself. And that is the major shift in your personality that you will have to bring about. So once you understand these two definitions, in fact, I would like you to type it out and place it in your study table, on top of your study table or in your room, so that it will help you in understanding and imbibing, and it acts as a visual aid to you, where the idea, the concept keeps getting reinforced time and time again, many times in a day, to help you to transform into this kind of individual, a constructive and an assertive person. And thereafter you rise high, and that takes you towards the success of recommendation, and thereafter you reach the required minimum acceptable levels of an effective leader. I hope this concept would be helping you in understanding and preparing yourself and transforming yourself in the right direction. Thank you very much for staying till the end and helping us to create more content which is relevant to you, and I hope that these concepts have been useful to you. Please let me know through a comment. It would really help us in understanding what are you looking at, and are we able to bridge the gap between our understanding of a personality and your understanding of a personality, because till the time these two don't meet each other, see, we are not being able to give the right kind of people for the defense forces, and that is the only aim for these kind of videos. help me in our endeavor. Do subscribe, do press the like button and the notifications for our next video. Thank you.